Alright, so I know a lot of you might skip the intro or skip parts and just skip right to the end. If you do that today, you're going to be really, really confused. You ready? Here we go. It did it! I don't believe it!
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go!
Hi Panther fans, how we doing? So we got 1 o'clock against the Sabres today. It is about as strange of a time and day that you can have a hockey game. It's Martin Luther King Day, so they decided let's just play hockey all day and play the NFL playoffs on Monday night. So here we are. Now, real quick, I'm going to say that you might be looking at the length of the video. It's not a huge rant at the end of the video. My friend Rosado, big fan of the channel, big friend of the channel. He's a mod. He's been there for every single live stream this year. He wanted to do something special, so at the end of the video, there's something tacked on after the recap that he did, which I will explain right before I put it on at the end of the video. Now, in terms of the Panthers on the ice, Bubba is in net, and Bubba might go both games. This is per George. Now, I don't know if he's just kind of getting this from what I'm saying, or if somebody on the team is saying it. He didn't quote a source, but what he says is that Spencer probably won't be ready until tomorrow night, and the Panthers actually might not want to throw him out there on the road against a good team as his first game back, so Bob might play both games. So we shall see about that. I mean, I don't want to wear Bob out. We've got a lot of games coming up here. But we really put ourselves in a terrible position where we can't just take the risk of throwing Lyon out there for even a game, apparently. So it is what it is. Now, Dalpe got sent down, and again, according to George, White is going to be scratched, and Denisenko will be on the third line with Luosterainen and Cousins. So I like that. I like that. And this is a question I have just a general question. Would Duke apparently practiced the other day, non-contact jersey, but he practiced. Now, I like the top 6 that we got. Okay? I mean, it's finally kind of working the way we needed it to work. So, you take that into consideration, and you take into consideration the likelihood that Duclair is going to need to play himself into shape, right? He's not going to just step on the ice and be the same speedy Gonzalez that he's been. My idea is when Duke comes back, instead of Luosterainen with Denisenko and Cousins, you put Duclair in Cousins' spot, and you start Duke back out on that third line with Luosterainen and Denisenko. I think that'd be a good way to get him on the ice. He can use his speed. All right, he's got a couple of guys there that will help out, you know, doing some of the dirty work and get him the puck. And then let him play himself into shape, and then we see, do we want to leave it that way? Do we want to move him back up and put Reinhardt next to Luosterainen? That could be a thing, obviously. So we'll see. There's going to be a lot of moving pieces here, unfortunately, because of the way that the Panthers have played and the position we are in the standings. Every decision is going to be magnified, okay? If we were not, you know, if we were in third place and we had a 5-point lead, you could put Lyon out there today to give Bob a rest. Or you could experiment a little bit. But unfortunately, every move is going to be magnified, and anything that you get wrong, which you are inevitably going to make the wrong decision at some point, it's going to make it look like this is the reason why we're not winning games. So, and this game, look, you wouldn't have thought going into the season that a game in January against Buffalo would have any effect whatsoever on the Panthers in terms of their playoff positioning. But Buffalo has, I think it's 2 games in hand on us, or they either have 1 or 2 games in hand on us, and they are tied in points. This is a big game in terms of if we can't beat Buffalo and start getting past them, you could forget about getting past the Penguins and the Islanders, because we don't play the Islanders again. I do believe we play the Penguins at least once. We might play them more than once. But looking at the schedule, we don't have any head-to-heads left with the Islanders, I do not believe. So we're only going to get so many opportunities against these teams, and like it or not, Buffalo is one of those teams, okay? Technically, you know, we can sit here and say we're in this position, but technically Buffalo's in a better position. So you have to get 2 points in this game. You hate for it to go to overtime, but it has been a while since we've gotten a game to overtime. So that's what I'm going to call. I think Buffalo's going to take this one 3-2. I think Buffalo's going to win this game 3-2, which is fine because almost every time I predict we're going to lose, we win. So we'll see what happens, but that's what I feel is going to happen. Defensively, everything is the same. We won a game. We won a game, and game 2 so much hasn't been our nemesis, right? Is getting to that third one. But here we've got this back-to-back here, and we're not typically great in afternoon games, but usually our afternoon games are at home. So this is going to be, it's going to be just all sorts of interesting. I have no idea what to expect today, with the exception of my concern is that at some point, Bubba is going to have played one game too many. That's my issue. That's my concern. They didn't even tell us what the hell was wrong with Spencer Knight. Makes me kind of wonder if it was a relapse of the illness. Remember, Barkov had that thing where he was sick, came back, and then was sick again. They haven't said anything about what it is with Spencer, so I'm guessing. But oddities all around. Let's try to get the 2 points. But at the very least, we've got to get a point out of this game. Keep pace, whatever you want to call it. Well, we're running out of time to make that run, which, if you look at the schedule, yeah, good luck. Good luck now. All right, so 1-0 Panthers after 1. We escaped that period. We started off like our ass was on fire. We looked really, really good. We were out shooting them 10-2. Montour came in and got a goal. And right around the point in time when I said, you got to get 2 goals because we keep dominating these first periods, getting 1 goal, not 2, and then we lose the lead in the second period, which I'm concerned that's what's fixing to happen. But right around that time, the Sabres said, oh yeah, we got a hockey game. And they woke up, and they've had a bunch of chances, and the post, and Bob, and Forsling, and a couple nice plays by Gudis, and Mahura, and Ekblad. I mean, they've had a ton of chances, but we've had one spectacular play after another that's kept the puck out of the back of the net. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. This is not sustainable. These guys are going to crash, right, energy-wise. Even if we can win a few games like this, what I'm seeing on the ice is what the Winnipeg Jets fans said was going to happen, which was, yeah, you guys might make it to the playoffs, you might win some games, but you're going to exhaust your players because of the style of hockey that you play, that by the time you get to the playoffs, you got no juice left. And you can kind of see it out there on the ice a little bit. He is just jamming our best players down their throat, which is fine, but it would just be nice if we could just open it up just a little bit. When you get the 1, then get goal number 2 or even goal number 3. Now, I know the other team's on the ice, and they start clamping down and playing harder, so I grasp that. But, Frank on the stream gives a joke. It's like, oh, it's 1-0. I guess we're going to clamp down and start playing that playoff hockey. It's kind of exactly what we did. As soon as we got the lead, the momentum switched in Buffalo's favor. You make it make sense. All right, it's 2-0 Panthers after 2. That was a good period of hockey. I'm almost petrified. I'm almost scared because Buffalo's going to come out through a period like their ass is on fire, right? Because they recognize the importance of this game. Look, if we're thinking we can come back with 44 points, why shouldn't Buffalo be thinking they can come back with 44 points? So I'm sure they want this game bad. We've kind of clamped it down. Was not nearly the same level of energy from Buffalo in the second period as they showed there at the end of the first period. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Everybody raised their hand who thinks the Panthers are not going to allow a goal in the first 5 minutes of this period. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't trust it. I think we could get to two. Look, let's put it this way. This period right here epitomizes and summarizes and encapsulizes, which is not a word, but it all those things. This period is the season. Now, why is that? Because if you finish this off and you get the 2 points, you now have an opportunity tomorrow to finally win 3 in a row and get that off of your ass against an impossible to beat Leaf team. Or, I say impossible because it's not likely, but or we could blow this game, and if we blow this game, then everybody's going to think that the reason the recap is so long is because there's a rapid rant at the end of the video instead of Rosado's blog. So that should be fun. But the other part to being that if we blow this game, if we somehow blow this game, hashtag Maurice must go, right? So let's win. Let's win. It's been a long enough weekend. I'm a Dolphin fan. That should say it all. Can we just get 2 points? Could we not have anything manically, overly depressing, ridiculously stupid, terrible happen? Just give me 2 points. Well, 2 more points. 2 more points. And like my friend Nerful said on the stream, if we hadn't choked it up against Vegas, we'd be on a 4-game winning streak right now. So, okay. Let's balance this out. By the way, for those of you who didn't watch the beginning of the video, this is not a 40-minute rant. There is a special portion of a video after the hockey. I will explain it at the end of the hockey. So I'm not going to go on for a half hour about this game. That is not why this video is so long. Now, in terms of the play on the ice, I don't want to sound pessimistic. I don't want to sound like a schmuck, but do it again. We've got to do it again. Okay? You have to, at some point, get to winning 3 games in a row. I did the math in my head while I was on the stream, so it might be a little bit fuzzy. But if we can win 3, lose 1 in overtime. Win 3, lose 1 in overtime. If we can do that the rest of the games, we will get 100 points. And 100 points has to get you in the playoffs. Doesn't have to, but if you get 100 points and you don't make it, you don't make it. Win 3, lose 1 in overtime. That will get us to 100 points. Now, the other hand is like, Jaws, are you delusional? We've done this rinse and repeat, right? We beat a not-so-good team in Vancouver, and then we beat a good team in Buffalo, and then Game 3 is against an excellent team against Toronto. Now, the difference is a couple of things. I like the top 6 we have. The top 6 we have, I like what we've got. Maurice finally got it right. It only took him a half a year to listen to Stu and put Lundell with Barkov. Mwah, perfect. Lundell scores. Basically, I don't want to say it was the game winner, but he scored the dagger early in the 3rd period to make it 3-0. I like the 6 that we got there. Okay? Next line, Mr. Ryan. Denisenko looked pretty good out there today. I know he's not scoring goals, but he looks good. He doesn't look over his head. He looks like we should just leave him there to develop. Okay? And then you got Nick Cousins on that right wing on the 3rd line, which, like I said at the beginning of the video, when Duclair comes back, you put Duclair back there, and then you got Luosterainen, Duclair, and Denisenko, and you see how that works. And if you have to eventually put Duclair back up top and put Reinhardt, okay? And then the 4th line is the 4th line. I got no problem with Stahl, Smith, and Lomberg. So we have players that should be a playoff roster. Now you saw on the ice today, I don't know if we played it differently or if Maurice made some changes or if we just got a little bit better of luck or what. I will say, somebody mentioned this in the stream, we're blocking shots. We are blocking a lot of shots. Mark Stahl, Gustav Forsling, Radko Gudas, all block shots that saved goals, especially Forsling, and everybody's blocking shots. We install. There was a couple of times where Bubba was out of place, and the Sabres player had an open shot, and he took the shot, and we blocked it to save a goal. That's what Tampa does. That's what those teams do. So I can kind of see today was a picture of what I guarantee you this game is like Paul Maurice's dream. To not be too descriptive. You know what I'm saying. When Paul Maurice has a dream and he wakes up with that big smile on his face, this game here is that dream. 3-0 lead. We hold on to it. We get the empty net. We're blocking shots, depth scoring, etc. This is that game. So, can we continue to play like this? Can we continue to win games? Because, you know, we were 8 and almost 6 points out, and now we're 5 and 4, and we're teetering on that edge of what I said. You beat Toronto, things start falling our way. You might start talking about being 3 points out and 2 points out. And then the big H word comes in, and the H word is hope. And hope is dangerous. And I'm only going to say that right now because I'm allowed to be jaded, because I went into the Dolphin game with no hope yesterday. And by the fourth quarter, I had all the hope. And then if you're a fan of South Florida teams and you have hope, you know how that usually ends. So please forgive me. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm a little bit gun shy, okay, about getting hope, right? Because let's face it, if we somehow sneak into the 8th seed, what's awaiting us are the Boston Bruins, who are currently beating the Flyers 6-0. So there's a little H, there's the big H, there's the hope, and then there's the little H with the little H that's hope. Like, I hope we don't get the 8th seed, because what's going to happen to us against Boston? Now, I know I've said I'm not afraid of Boston. I'm not afraid of Boston. Bubba is also the key there. He is playing out of his mind right now. Now, let's put it in both hands again. We got Bubba the first 20 games, which looked like he was done. I mean, Bubba looked done. I don't know if it was mental, physical. I don't know. None of us are going to know. Okay? But we all know Bubba looked done. All of a sudden, the last 2 weeks, it looks like he's in Columbus again. I mean, he's flopping around all over on the ice. He's all acrobatic and flexible. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and try to tell some story of experience that I have or perspective that I have that makes it make sense, because I don't. I don't have any answers for what got into Bubba. The only logical thing is he watches the videos. He got tired of me making fun of him with a drunk puppet with a cigar, and he said, I will show the Jaws man, and that's how he's playing. That really is the only logical thing that I can come up with as to what happened to Bobrovsky and why he played the way he did the first portion of the season and why he's looking the way he's looking now. So, we get to 2 points, and we got to do this all over again tomorrow at Toronto. And if you win, and I don't care about giving Toronto points, by the way. I don't care. We ain't catching Toronto, okay? If we can get 2 points against Toronto tomorrow, all right? If we can get a point against Toronto tomorrow, they're playing well. And now I'm going to take all my criticism of Maurice and fire Maurice. I want you to also recognize that since I had my lose my shit rant where I said I was going to be a pain in the ass to Zito to fire Maurice, this team looks good with the exception of one period in Vegas. Okay? So put that over here. You can see how it could work. Today, you could see how it could work. We've seen it against bad teams. We've seen it against good teams. Can we see this system, this method of play work against the excellent teams? The Bostons, the Torontos, the Tampas. Okay? Can we get points and win games against those teams playing this style? I know so far the answer has been no, but so far this is the best we have looked. So we're fixing to get a nice opportunity here over the next 2 weeks. We play a lot of top teams, and we're fixing to find out really quick if we can win with these players and this coach and this system, and that's all there is. Okay. that concludes the hockey portion of the video. Now, the reason why the video was so long, my good friend, good kid, Rosado, he's a mod on the streams. He's there 99.9% of the time. If you're on the streams, Rosado is there. He's modding, he's interacting with everybody. I give him a lot of grief, but Rosado, it's just because I love you, okay, kid? So don't take it personally, all right? I'm the kind of guy, the more grief and the more ribbing I'm giving you, that means I like you. That's just my personality. So, Rosado asked me a couple of months ago if I would do or if he could do a Disney vlog, because he goes to Disney, he goes on the rides. He wanted to do a Disney vlog. I said yes. I've taken a long time to edit together the footage that he put together, and then we thought Kyle was going to do voiceovers, but Rosado did such a good job of doing his own talking during the videos. It took me a while to figure out, you know what, let's just put subtitles in a couple of spots. And I edited the video together, and so what the rest of the video is, what I'm getting ready to play, is it's a little bit, it's about 11 minutes long. That's why I put it at the end of the recap, so if you want to show support to Rosado, you want to comment on it, watch it, can. Okay? So it's his Disney vlog. It's from the beginning all the way to the end of the day. I've edited it, alright, to make it as short as we could. He actually did a good job. It's actually pretty fun. He gives the flow, it gives you a good idea of the day that he had. He had a good time. He was there with his sister. His sister was giving him dirty looks, which is just perfect. Okay? And so that's it. That's what's coming now. Alright? So, appreciate all the support. Head on over to Manscaped. Manscaped code is Flying Fluffy. 20% off. Free shipping. And we'll see you in a couple of hours. We're going to be streaming the Tampa Bay Dallas game, in which I will be rooting for Tampa Bay. Singularly only rooting for Tampa Bay because Kyle hates Tom Brady so much, and I like to piss off Kyle because he's my kid and I love him. Now you understand, Rosado. If I'm giving you grief, it just means love. And here's Rosado's video.
Okay, guys. So I know the Panthers are not doing as well right now. They're sucking. I can play better than them. Okay? Even if Keith Yandel was on this team, he will be having a great year. And that was kind of controversial, okay? But anyway, so we're going to take a break today. We're going to sip some pina coladas. We're going to have a little Disney vlog. But I'm not going to film it because I'm an animal. So my buddy Zato over there will do it. And Kyle, of course, voiceovers. So hope you guys enjoy.
We are approaching our station at the entrance to Main Street, USA, gateway to the 6 themed lands of the Magic Kingdom.
Look, can we take pictures with the character? You look, we should.
Yeah. If we see any.
We're gonna do it.
Alright, so we're gonna ride the People Mover.
Oh, I could be.
Damn. I can put my feet up. Alright guys, we're on the People Mover now.
This is the TTA
People Mover!
service.
My favorite ride at all tomorrow, the People Mover. Alright guys, hope you guys liked that commentary.
Greetings,
You guys are
intergalactic travelers.
I am
Welcome
Rosado.
aboard the People Mover.
So we're here on the People Mover now.
Your journey has been temporarily delayed. For your safety, please remain seated. Thank you.
Maybe a walk-on? Maybe a walk-on? You never know. Maybe a walk-on. Guys, you never know. First ride of the day, we're already having a walk-on. What is that? Someone please tell me what is that in the comments. Alright, we're moving again after like a minute or so. Alright, those guys stuck. It's kind of concerning, I think. Well, anyway, we're here on the People Mover.
The next station is Tomorrowland Urban Planning and Star
The new
Trek.
narration's on.
Transfer to 3 Red Rock.
Look at that. Beautiful guy.
Keeps on rolling. Room for a community of tomorrow.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's
inspires astronauts and a lot of the visionary ideas throughout Walt Disney World. Look,
this is the original. This is the original Epcot.
I wonder if that means there's a tiny Orac.
It's the original Epcot now. Alright, so we're coming up on Tron right here. This thing has been, I don't know, this thing has been in construction. It'll be in kindergarten by now, okay? This thing has been, this feels like it's been here forever. Here we go, Space Mountain. Look at that. This is Space Mountain. And all of its former 1970 glory structure. This thing is nuts in here. It's literally nuts. What's going on? They pretty much got everything done here. But they've been real slow on it. Well, this is starting off to a great start off here.
Attention travelers, your journey has been temporarily delayed. For your safety, please remain seated.
I'll be right back. Alright, so we just started moving again. I have no idea what happened. That's the second time that's happened. I jinxed myself that happened. I'm gonna beat you, bro. Spin! Come on, man! Spin! God damn it, I lost.
Comedy Detection Agency. Not sure if something is funny? Call the CDA hotline and we'll be there in a flash, ready to drop in on a moment's notice to scientifically find and evaluate humor.
Alright, here we are on the Monsters Inc. platform.
We collect your holiday cheer. The more you laugh, the more power we collect. Give them a piece of pizza, which they go and eat under the iconic Louisville North Pole. Wait, you just said North Pole, Texas. It's a franchise.
That was fun. Now we're gonna go Space Mountain now. Where is everyone? Start.
Hang on tight.
This ride should be 100-minute wait. What's going on? Alright. Look at this. No one here. We're Splash Mountain. Here we go, boy. I don't want to look at the phone wet. Ah! Oh, that's fun. Oh! Look how fun this is. Hey, look, guys, it's Pat Maroon. See, that's the truck, and that is Pat Maroon right there. That is Pat Maroon. Oh god. Hey! We head into the spooky yard. And we're gonna fall. Beautiful ending right there. It's a little cold, but it's fine. Big Thunder wait. 20 minutes. Let's go. Here we go. Yeah, fireworks. It's a screen! It's a screen! Ah! Yeah! Oh! God, they're right over us, too! Let's go. Hey, now it's just quiet.
Shortcut over there.
Merriest celebration! Merry Christmas! Happy holiday! We wish you the merriest, the merriest.
The merriest?
Yes, the merriest. We wish you the merriest, the merriest. All I want for Christmas is you. One more time. We're moving now.
This is great. Nice and
I know there's somewhere we go.